Ron Karr is one of the leading business development and turnaround specialists in America and has helped top organizations generate over $500 million in increased sales revenue. That's why CEOs have lined up to endorse his newest book, Lead, Sell, or Get Out of the Way. Please welcome Ron Karr.
You're looking at me to help you go from here to here. Is that a fair statement? That's all your clients are looking at from you. They're not looking at you to do the same thing that they've been doing up to now. They're not looking at you to talk about the things that they're currently doing. They're looking at, how do I go from here to here? So why should your customers change the way they buy from you if you yourself don't change in the way you sell to them?
You see, sales is not about a closing statement. Yes, you still have to ask for the business, but sales is a process. And it starts from when you start to say hello to the customer.
It's how you set them up. Closing shouldn't even be a question anymore. If you do it right and you start closing from the get-go, not by asking them to buy, but by finding out what's important and setting up the whole value proposition, sometimes they'll ask, well, when can we start this? Wouldn't life be grand then?
You puke all over your clients. Puke stands for people who utter knowledge about everything. They're only going to buy what's of interest to them, not what's of interest to you. And we still don't get that as a society. We still bore our customers to death and puke all over them because we think that everything we have to say is of such importance, and it really isn't.
Your products and services pigeonhole you. They pigeonhole you in terms of what the customers feel you could really do for them. And what we have to do is we have to get beyond those barriers, right, that they have in their minds. We have to get beyond those mindsets. And we have to create a positioning that elevates them beyond the products and services, because there might be other opportunities you could be helping them with, but you're just never getting into that conversation because we didn't position ourselves properly in the beginning. Your customers' environments are changing like that. They're volatile. We need to stay on top of them. You need to keep living in that consultative sales process, because the moment you don't, and the moment there's something missing for your customers or something comes up, and if you're not on top of it, your competition's going to find it, and they're going to supplant you.
You see, if you find out first where people are trying to go, which is the most important thing with them, then you can find out where they are. And this difference becomes your delta of opportunity to create value. You want to make good money? Extend the value to your clients. Want to make a lot of money? Extend the value to their clients.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what they do. It matters how you build that relationship. Strip away the emotion. Get beyond the objection and find out what's really important. Help people get to where they want to be, and they'll give you more in return than you ever thought was possible.
Business leaders all over the world consider Ron Karr as one of the top business experts in the marketplace. As president of Karr Associates Incorporated, he helps organizations and professionals accelerate both sales growth and overall profitability. Ron has brought over 20 years of sales and management experience to his seminars, panel discussions, and keynote presentations to such companies as Marriott, UPS, Hertz, Morgan Stanley, the NFL, and many more. He is the author of the highly praised books, The Titan Principle, The #1 Secret to Sales Success, and Lead, Sell, or Get Out of the Way. He's also the co-author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Great Customer Service. Ron has appeared on the CBS Morning Show, the BBC, Bloomberg Television, and literally hundreds of radio shows, along with having over 250 articles published monthly in national publications all over the world. Ron is a certified speaking professional and received the President's Award for Distinguished Service from the National Speakers Association in 1997 and 2008, and recently had the honor of introducing Steve Forbes at the 2008 NSA Convention. Whether it's through his engaging keynote presentations, dynamic workshops, or senior-level consultation, Ron Karr is an expert at helping organizations sell more in less time at higher profit.
The Titan Principle is defined as giving your customers what they need the way they want it. And as you can see in the red word, the key is want. You see, your customers can buy whole foods and natural foods from somebody else, right? Yes or no? They could buy services that you're offering from somebody else, right? Yes or no? So everything that they need, the services, the products, and delivery, they can get from somebody else. But the reason why they're going to buy from United and from you is because you're helping them not so much with the need, but you're helping them with the want.
Companies that keep coming to us at this time, we're sitting there and we're telling them you've got to keep moving. You still got to market, you still got to sell, you got to do the same things you've done before. The difference is you probably have to do them better. Because when an economy is going really well, you make money sometimes in spite of yourselves. Is that fair? The phone rings, right? Business is being written. But now all of a sudden the phone stops ringing. People aren't calling as often or as freely. And the mistakes that we may have made in the past, we can't make again because the demand is down, the competition's high, and the bottom line is you have to earn that business today.
Because you see, here's what happens. And I found this out with salespeople. I found it out with CEOs. I've worked with tens of thousands of salespeople. I've worked with a lot of CEOs. And I find out that we're all task-driven. We're making sales calls for the fact of making sales calls. In fact, sometimes we manage by that. We tell people we want you to make 20 sales calls no matter what happens. Just make 20 calls. And we know that sales is a numbers game, but at the end of the day, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality, right? Personally, if I was managing a sales force, I'd sit there and say, I don't care if you made 17, I don't care if you made 20, I want to know about the opportunities you came back with. That's what I care about. To me, it's about the results, it's about the outcomes, it's not about the action. About 8 years ago, I went to Jacksonville, Florida to give the speech. It took me 10 hours to get there. By the time I got up to the Omni Hotel and got out of my Hertz rent-a-car, I basically got out of the car looking like this. Shoulders drooped, like this, the true antithesis of what a motivational speaker should look like. And out of the corner of my eye, I see this gleaming smile, you know, where the sun's just beaming off the teeth, and it's coming towards me. And I'm going, please don't come near me. Please, I don't want to talk. And then next thing I know, he's hovering over me and goes, sir, what's your name? And I'm going, Karr, K-A-R-R. You're Mr. Karr? Yes. Well, you don't understand. When I heard that Mr. Karr is coming, I said I had to meet that fine gentleman. All of a sudden, that tired feeling started going away. The shoulders stood up. And I started thinking about what did this client tell this customer? We got this important speaker. You know, make sure the hotel takes care of him. And this bellhop looks at me and he sees me lost. And that's when he winks at me. And that's when I finally got it. He says this to everybody. Everybody. I wasn't unique. He says it to you. He says it to you and to you and to you. But let me ask you a question. Did he change my state of being? Yes or no? Yes. Absolutely. I said, this is too good to be true. I got to interview him. And I said, so now, Phil, you're at the top of your game, aren't you? And that's when he winked at me. He says, you know, the truth, Mr. Karr, is that I've had some good days, but I've yet to have the best day of my life.
Your clients are looking for the best days of their lives. So are you. In this age, where there's a lot of fear, a lot of apprehension, people need us more than ever. But they're not going to decide to spend their limited dollars on you if you talk about yourself. It has to be about them. It has to be engaging them in a conversation that's showing them there are other ways of doing things that will help them get to the end result. If you do that, then you get the opportunity to come and dance. And it's only when you dance that you can make the impacts. And when you do it on a consistent basis, that's when you live the life that Phil lives, in which each and every day is truly the best day of their lives. So what I wish for you that you're dancing every day and having the best days of your life. Thank you.